Hello. My name is Callista, and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, we had dinner with Lucky and Agnes, and they opened up dinner by saying grace, where they mentioned, please God, look after the two innocents who rest by your side. That sounds really rather similar to the letter the Baron had on his body. I am suspicious. I am very suspicious of that. Now, we've been told that we should go to bed, or I could wander around the town looking for gossip, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Once again, I'm gonna cut through that. If there are any major conversations to be had, I will include them, but see you all in a minute. Oh, hello. I noticed I could enter the church, so I was like, fuck it, why not? Oh shit, Matthew is the Abbey Circator. If he sees me, he'll kick me out. I have to keep out of sight until he's passed. Good thing he can't see well. Okay, I just noticed I could come in here, so I figured why not? Okay. If I go up these stairs, it's going to take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back. What? Hold the what records? What records? I don't know what this is talking about, so I'ma just go. I'ma just leave this for now. Oh, hello. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there anything I can help you with? I need to talk to you again about the Baron, how you walked away with the sisters when he arrived. Odd. Yes! I need to talk to you again about the Baron, how you walked away with the sisters when he arrived. Given that the Baron was just murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the cause. Why? Do you not trust in the abbot's judgment? It's not that. I just want to understand what's happened. No, of course I don't. Brother Piero, he wouldn't hurt a mouse, do you? Oh. Here's the thing. She's kind of... I'm trying to figure out the best way I can explain this. She's kind of his equal. I say kind of because I don't... How do I put this? This is a Catholic organization. They still don't allow women to be priests in 2024. You know, we've moved on how much, and the Catholic Church is still like, female priests, God forbid. So I don't necessarily know if she is the abbot's equal. She's the head of the nuns. She is the most important nun here. Maybe not the most important. She is the most senior nun here. But does her word have as much sway as her nose? She was certainly able to calm him down. When he was saying, like, oh, we should dispose of the body, you know, we must cover this up, Cecilia was like, no, let's not do that. Let's be smart. And Gurno was like, yeah, you're right, I'm so sorry, Mother. Like, he listened to her, but I don't know if that's because her word is equal to his, or if it's because... I mean, we saw it with Illuminata and Prior Ferenc. You know, everyone's arguing, and Illuminata's like, oi, what the fuck's going on in there? Stop that. And everyone got a bit sheepish. They were like, oh, the woman telling us to stop. Oh, we're so sorry, Sister Illuminata. Oh, God, like... Gano could have just listened to her because it's like, oh, she's a woman and we shouldn't be arguing and talking about hiding corpses whilst there are women around. We shouldn't be arguing in front of all of the nuns. She's the most senior nun, so therefore she is deserving of respect. And so far, we have had nothing but pleasant interactions with Mother Cecilia, where I'm kind of like, I want to piss off Father Gano as much as I can. I'm like, I want to be as nice to Cecilia as we can, because so far she's been lovely. She was the one who told Gano, like, oi, stop that. We can't dispose of the body. That's wrong. Let's do something else instead. Like, I have a lot of respect for Cecilia. Part of me wants to go with this, but I think I would assume she would back Gano. That's why I'm questioning, is her word equal to Gano's? Does she feel like, oh, well, he's the abbot, therefore, even though I'm the most senior nun here, I'm in charge of all of these ladies, despite all of that, I still have to bow my head and be like, hey, what the abbot decrees is, what is true. It's one thing to say, like, oh, God, he's saying we should hide the body. He's saying we should cover up the murder. No, sir, that's bullshit. We can't be doing that. It's one thing to do that. She might disagree with hiding the body, but she could still agree with, like, oh, if he's saying that Piero did it, then I guess I just have to go along with that. Oh, God. This is the most respectful, but I also think it's the least likely to get any answers. I just want to understand what's happened. Well, what business is it of yours? I want to see what she says. That's the thing of it. I want to see which way she goes. Will she bow her head and say, if Father Abbot says Piero did it, then I guess he did it? Or will she say, you know what, it's not right, Piero is incapable? Yes, Father Abbot is saying Piero did it, but I know in my heart this old-ass man is incapable. Do you? That is not an answer, Andreas. You must be careful how you ask and answer questions right now. The abbot does not want anything to interfere with the archdeacon's investigation. That includes you. Then help me. How do you feel about interfering with it? Yeah, please, then just help me. Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder? Well, yes. You know that Piero didn't murder the Baron. It had to have been someone else. Help me find justice. Here's the thing. This calls into question what is justice. Because the Baron seemed like a right prick. He didn't seem like a good or kind or just man. We have evidence that he was blackmailing for rent. We know that he beat up Attilia's husband a few years back. And yes, it was a few years back. He still would have been an old man. That's not... He got away with all of this because he was a nobleman. And who's going to go up against a nobleman? So if someone killed him because... I don't know, because, maybe it was a friend of Ferentz's. Ferentz is a good man. He doesn't deserve to be blackmailed. Or maybe it was a friend of Attilia's. Oh, poor Attilia, he beat her husband to the point where he died. Maybe he died earlier than he should have. Yes, he was old, but he could have gone for another decade, but because he got so badly beaten, that set him back and he died earlier than he should. And now Attilia's, she's not going to inherit the house, so she's going to be homeless. So I'm going to kill the Baron because of that. Justice is a fickle thing. That's the thing of it. Justice does not care for what is... Justice does not care for what is fair. I think that's the best way I can put it. The Baron seemed like a scumbag, and because of his position, he kept getting away with it. So surely you could argue it is just that he was murdered. I'm ignoring that one. Here's the thing, to be honest, I'm not trying to find justice for the Baron. I'm trying to find justice for Piero. He's being accused of something he didn't do. I would assume that murder is a capital offence. I would assume in this time, but especially it's a nobleman. I'd assume that, like, oh, you murdered a nobleman, you've got to die. And is that right? Piero being punished for something he had no hand in? I worry that she's going to take this as fine justice for the Baron, which I really don't care about. So I think we have to focus on Piero. You know that Piero didn't murder the Baron. It had to have been someone else. I will not condemn someone else to death. Oh. In doing nothing, you are allowing Brother Piero to die. Is that any better? I'm not asking you to condemn someone, just to help me understand what happened. In doing nothing, you are allowing Brother Piero to die. Is that any better? I am simply a nun. Why do you think I can help you? You know what happens at this abbey better than anyone. I saw how you reacted when the Baron arrived. You must know something about what's going on. I've got to be honest, I don't think... Here's the thing, I don't think the person who did this comes from within the abbey. Again, I think the most likely suspect is Lucky. It's just the why. I mean, I think we have one of two options for why Lucky did it. He had another daughter who got involved with the Baron. She became pregnant, and then she and the baby later died. Or he had a daughter who got involved with the Baron. Maybe he then slagged her off, like, oh, she's such a whore, she's such a slut. Or he could have forced himself on her. She then dies, maybe she takes her own life. And then another child of Lucky's says, oi, that was my sister you're slagging off, that you attacked. I won't stand for that. I won't stand for this dishonour and her reputation. Like, I challenge you for the honour of my sister, and then the Baron killed them. I think we have a couple of ways for why Lucky would potentially do this. It's just about figuring out the specifics. I do still think... I think a nun or Ferenc could have done it. But again, Lucky is still at the top of my suspect list. And she knows something about the Baron. She knows something he did. I saw how you reacted when the Baron arrived. You must know something about what's going on. All right. I did have a reason to be concerned about Baron Rothvogel's presence. Oh, shit. Oh, God. I wondered if maybe the Baron had been caught in a tryst with one of the nuns. No, he did something non-consensual. Jesus Christ. They're nuns! They take vows of celibacy and shit. One, rape is abhorrent. I don't feel like I need to say that. I feel like most people, who have decently working brains would be like, yep, rape is abhorrent, don't do it, that makes sense. But just... Again, maybe this is part of, some kind of holdover from, my Catholic upbringing, but the idea of going after a monk or a nun, someone who has taken vows of chastity or celibacy, I'm just like, it's bad either way. It's bad whether he went after a nun or a random person on the street, but fuck you. Fuck you, sir. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of the sisters on his last visit. The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time. Say nothing what kind of harm. On one hand, I'm like, does it matter? Does it matter what kind of harm? Whether it was physical, emotional, psychological. He caused severe harm. At the same time, I want details. What kind of harm? Irreparable. Oh, Jesus. That is why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could. Which sister can I speak with? She's not going to tell. Her duty is to protect these women. Oh, God, that's a thought. She must... Well, that's a mark for why Mother Cecilia could have done it. She failed to protect one of the nuns previously. If she was the Mother Superior at the time, and she failed to protect her, and then this guy comes back, large as life, happy as Larry, chatting up the resident artist, no sign of shame, no sign of guilt for what he did, bold as brass, here he comes. What if he does it again? What if he targets another one of the nuns? What if he targets the poor little blind nun? She's not going to be able to fight him off. Her duty is to the sisters. She's going to protect them. She's not going to say who. Are there any who may have wanted revenge? I cannot know what is in a person's heart, Andreas. Can I at least speak to the sister who was harmed? No, Andreas, I don't think that would be appropriate. All right, that doesn't help me much if I don't know what happened or to whom. I mean... Here's the thing, I think... I'm inclined to say nothing. Because she was never going to specify. She's given us valuable information. She has given us valuable implication. Information. She's also implicated herself, technically. She's the protector. If anyone would want revenge, I think it's Mother Cecilia. or the person that it happened to. And she was never going to implicate them. So she's given us good information, and she's implicated herself. It seems like we're spitting on what she's just told us. Yeah, just say nothing. It's a painful memory, Andreas. I appreciate that. I understand that this is less information than you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say that the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron. Oh God, it's not the... When you're saying could not, like they physically could... He didn't go after the little blind nun. I need more than that. Are there any records on her? And what happened? Yes, we keep records on all the sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good. You're not allowed. This again. Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them? We could ask. She's probably going to say no. We know how to get into the nuns' side of the convent, though. We know how to get there. Oh, so that's why we had the little thing of, oh, the records, I get it. Okay. We'll go with this. Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them? She won't give them to you. Our records aren't available for outsiders to look through. Andreas, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're not telling anyone that we know about this. Oh God, Sister Illuminata hasn't done us any harm. Where's the option to just say like, okay, I accept, goodbye, I'm a sneak in on my own. Where's the option to do that? Sister Illuminata told me there's a secret entrance into the library. Oh, and do you know where it is? Oh, Andreas, no! Andreas, you fool! Yes, I found it while exploring the crypt. You're too honest for your own good, Andreas. Don't try it. You'll be caught, and you'd be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day. We'll see. Thank you for your help. You're probably right. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Just agree to her demands and do it in secret. You're probably right. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. May God bless you, Andreas Mailer. Oh, irreparable harm. Okay. Okay, so we could break in to see the records. Yeah, sneak into the library. I came straight here so that I could explore from left to right. So I still have the town to explore. I'ma be right back. I'ma come back for you records. Okie doke, and I am back. So we have two choices. I'm pretty sure from my location you can tell what I'm going to do. We could go to sleep, or we could try and break into the convent to get this information, but we'll lose some hours tomorrow. I mean, I want to know which nun he attacked. I think ultimately that's... I really hope it wasn't Sister Marguerite. I really hope it wasn't Sister Marguerite. I may actually cry if he went after her. If I go up these stairs, it's going to take a while to find the records I need. I'll lose some time tomorrow morning unless I turn back now. Yeah, we're going to enter the library. Search the nuns' records. Okay. Okay, let's see. What do we have? What's this? Ooh. De Herbs de Cambria. Oh, on the herbs of Wales. Okay, that makes sense. Mugwort, southern wood, I can't read this. The writer is Cadphilus of Salopia. I don't believe I've heard of him. Interesting. He writes about butcher's broom. The Greeks use it to aid with urination and defecation. This author claims it can also help with the reduction of swelling. He seems to be speaking from experience. A wonderful hidden treasure for the abbey. Okay, lovely. We can't go that way. Can we? Oh, we can go upstairs. Okay. What do we have here? A bifolium taken from a larger text. The Mysteria Astra. I'm not familiar with it. Some sort of astronomical text. Seems rudimentary, explaining the connection between astrological signs and the elements, and their basic relationship to alchemy. Yeah. Taurus is an earth sign. Each sign is governed by one of the 4 elements. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces are the water signs. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo are earth signs, and so on. It cuts off there. The next page is about something else entirely. Sister Illuminata must be trying to reconstruct the larger text. Given the dramatically different context of the following page, the queer? The choir? I have never encountered this word. The queer this bifolium came from must have been assembled improperly. Those 2 pages were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Given the dramatically different context of the following page, the queer this bifolium, that's a funny word, it trips me up. The queer this bifolium came from must have been assembled improperly. These 2 pages were interesting, though. Were interesting enough, I suppose, but quite basic. Wait, that's the connection between the astrological symbols on Ferentz's cipher and the elemental symbols on the Vauvel. If I turn the wheel to the element that matches the sign, I can decipher the note he left. Excellent. Okay, aha. Lovely. Glad that got cleared up. This is most curious. Ooh. Historia di Labyrintho Librorium. Account of the labyrinth of books. Ooh. Hello. This, to me, this looks like a map of the, that's the scriptorium. That's the little garden bit. No, not the scriptorium. This would be the church. And then you've got the garden in the middle. I think that's what it looks like to me. Oh, hello. Hello. I don't even know what to make of this. Historia di Labyrintho Librorium? I wonder what secret texts could be hidden in such a place. That must be metaphorical. You need an extraordinary amount of books to actually build a labyrinth. I believe a Bolognese professor told me a tale about such a place in Piedmont. It appears to be quite complicated and extraordinary, it appears to be a quite complicated and extraordinary tale. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I would assume. This looks like a map of the abbey. Admittedly, I don't think there's a great diamond structure. Then again, I suppose most churches are going to be built quite similarly. That's fair. I believe a Bolognese professor told me a tale about such a place in Piedmont. Somewhat hard to believe, to be honest. That old man was quite a storyteller, I must admit. Ooh. Very cool. And, okay, we have... Okay, yeah, just you. This looks promising. The familiaries of the Sisters of Kiersau Abbey, yes. Okay. So, Mater Caterina, Monastery Prefecta. Mother Catherine was the first to enter records, it looks like, almost 50 years ago. Sister Hildegard. Sister Hildegard from the Golderick family in Ravensburg. Quite wealthy. It looks like she became the prioress after Mother Catherine. Yeah, and then Mother Hildegard. Sister Cecilia. Sister Cecilia Adelheid? Oh, this is Mother Cecilia's record. Wait, she's from the Welser family? That's one of the most powerful families in Augsburg. It looks like her family donates a lot of money to Kiersau every year. More than my family season 10. Flippin' heck. Yeah, I can't. This is in Latin. This is in Latin. I can't read this. Sister Gertrude. Sister Gertrude from Hoff. The herbalist, yes. Her father is an apothecary. That explains it. Matilda. Matilda Oblate. Yes, the nun's cellarer. She came from Kempton. Merchant family. They donated pigments to use in the scriptorium. Quite thoughtful. I'll have to thank them if I ever get the chance. There you go. Sister Illuminata. Oh, this should be interesting. Sister Illuminata. Named Angeline from the Capocci family in Perugia. It looks like they have some connection to Kiersau through the old abbot, Rudolph. Her family donates money to the abbey every year as well. Ooh. And then, yeah, Mother Cecilia, Sister Sophie. Sophie from Bergitz. Her family is poor, but they donated flour. And then Lisbeth. Lisbeth Oblate. She's from Utrecht. It looks like she had an eventful life before coming here. Married with a child. Both died. Her merchant family has some connection to Kiersau through the Kaufmanns of Rothenburg Obdertauber. A free imperial city and home to several holy chivalric orders and monasteries. The city was a gathering point for pilgrims, Catholic and Protestant alike. Okay. Very cool. Marguerite. Sister Marguerite. Oh, the blind girl who assists Gertrude. She went blind because of failed surgery on her cataracts. Wealthy peasant family. They donated wool from a pasture. They donated wool and a pasture in Krimmel. And then Denner. Sister Denner. This should be good. They donate a fortune to the abbey. No wonder Mother Cecilia and the abbot let her behave as she does. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh. This note says Sister Matilda left the abbey for several months. Why would she go to a hermitage? Seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. Okay. On one hand, I'm like, thank God it wasn't the blind nun. Thank God it wasn't the blind nun. But, oh, God, Matilda. We've spoken to her a little bit. She seemed all right. Oh. Oh, God. Again, I think back what is just in all of this. If he raped her, and either she decided, oh, he's back, I'ma fuck him up, or Mother Cecilia decided, oh, he's back, I need to defend these ladies because I didn't defend them before, I'ma fuck him up. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, personally, I'm like, I think that's justice. If someone is a known rapist and they have gotten away with it, and they end up being murdered, this might sound harsh, this might sound cruel, but I'm kind of like, no big loss. No, I feel sorry for their family. It's not the family's fault that they raised a rapist. But as for them themselves, again, if they are proved to be a rapist, but they got away with it, like, if it's just like, oh, there was an accusation, innocent until proven guilty. But if they were a known rapist and they got away with it through some kind of, I don't know, a legal loophole, and they end up being murdered, I'm not shedding any tears. So if he did something horrific to Matilda, and either she or Cecilia decided, right, vengeance is mine, so saith the Lord, or whatever that quote is, if I remember correctly, if Matilda is the nun I'm thinking of, she's relatively hale and hearty. She could absolutely beat someone over the head. I think Mother Cecilia could too as well, to be fair. Oh God, I hope it's not either of them, because again, if they were getting vengeance for a rape, I'm like, I wouldn't want to send them to the gallows for avenging Sister Matilda's attack. I'll follow the clues. Why would she go to a hermitage? Seems strange that she's the only entry with such a note. The dates, 3 years ago. This was just before Father Matthias died. Which means it was around the time Baron Rothvogel visited. This has to be it. Matilda must be the nun the Baron harmed on his last visit. I should talk to Mother Cecilia again. And maybe Sister Matilda as well. Oh, damn. Oh, This is so difficult because we're dealing with the murder of a man that... Oh. Hey! Get in there! The monks are banging the other monks. Good for you. Oh, let me just finish off my thought. We're dealing with the murder of a man that was the devil incarnate. I'm kind of like, does anyone have to get in trouble for his death? Like, maybe he got food poisoning and he was delirious and he bashed his head against a wall and he stumbled into the chapter house where he pulled out his knife and then he fell on it. Like, maybe something fell on him. Like, maybe he got hit by a falling tree branch. Like, can't we blame a tree? Can't we blame a tree for this? What in the what? Oh. Shit. I'll break for the stairs. They can't possibly catch me. Oh, what am I going to do now? Just wait for them to finish, then leave. It can't take that long, can it? You should speak with them openly, in good faith as men of reason. Run for it! Go, go, go! I mean, they're not gonna be... Well, then again, in this time period... And they're men of the cloth. Ooh. I was gonna say they're gonna be too focused on getting it on with each other. They're not gonna be looking around. But then again, you know, they're monks. You know, their religion says, don't be banging other blokes, especially not if you're a monk. They might be looking around whilst getting it on. But then again, they've come to this area because they would assume, oh, it's empty. The monks aren't allowed in this area, so we're not going to get disturbed by them. The nuns are all in bed. So we're not going to get disturbed by them. I would assume they've come here because they know it's safe, or theoretically it should be safe. I'm inclined to just wait and hide. Just wait and hide. And just hope they don't notice us. Just wait for them to finish, then leave. It can't take that long, can it? I don't want to fall asleep on this cold floor. I should just sit here and watch in any case. Yeah, we should be watching them. That's weird. I should just sit here and watch in any case. If I can't get out of here before the sisters arrive in the morning, it might be even worse. It might not be awful if Denna finds me first. Maybe we're friends. Sister Illuminata will certainly not be amused. I mean, he does seem to have a rapport with Denna. I still don't know how to pronounce it. I'm going with Denna, but I don't think that's how it's actually pronounced. I think if... Again, it all depends on who gets here first. I think if it were Denna, she might give us a pass. It may not be awful if Denna finds me first. Maybe we're friends? I can't tell with her. If we break for the stairs, they're going to see us. Here's my worry. If we talk to them, they might think that we're coming at this from a blackmail angle. Because what they're doing is, I would assume, very, very illegal. I would assume, I mean, could they be burned at the stake for being gay? Could they be? I'd assume excommunication at the very least. At the very least. I think... I'm inclined to just hide. Then again, if... Oh, well, I don't think the game would do this. I think here's my big worry. I don't want the game to take this as like a, oh, I'm gonna blackmail you. And I don't think the game would take over so completely. But what if it would? God, it's like... I'm thinking back to earlier where I was like, oh, you know, Andreas, don't mention anything about you knowing the secret passage. Don't mention that. And then the game did it anyway. I've played too many modern games. That's an issue with modern games. Because they, generally speaking, they're voice acted. So you don't get the full line of like, okay, this is what's going to be said. And so you pick something thinking like, you know, like, oh, it's just saying hello. And then what the character actually says is, hello, bitch. And you're just like, what the hell? I didn't think this was going to be aggressive, and then it was aggressive. I don't want this to be like, I'm going to blackmail you because you're gay. I don't think it would, but it might. I don't know. I don't know. Choice paralysis. Why? Oh, God. My gut says wait. My gut says wait. All right. I just need to wait for Rutger and Matthew to leave. Just a little patience. Dear God! That little one with the glasses, he has some stamina, Jesus! Andreas? Andreas, wake up. Well, are you here for the books or for me? I was walking in my sleep. A book. The library is so poorly organised that I fell asleep looking for it. I was looking for clues, trying to figure out who killed the Baron. Brother Piero doesn't have much to... I have to. You, of course. Oh, there goes my timer. I'd call you a liar, but I know it's the truth. You probably pray every evening that when you knock on the door in the morning that I'll answer instead of Illuminata. Something like that. In your dreams. Yeah, something like that. Do you want to keep talking? I said I was going to flirt with the nuns. I didn't think I was going to shag a nun. Fuck it. Okay. Oh, you know what you're doing. That's a nice surprise. Oh, God. We have made terrible mistakes, but I don't regret anything. Sister Denna, are you here yet? Sister Denna? Control yourself. Hold a finger to your lips. Say nothing. Just say nothing. Oh, God, protect her. Oh my God, Denna. She's throwing us under the bus, but I can't blame her. Oh, God protect us. Sister Illuminata, come quickly. Someone is sleeping behind the bookshelf. This will be remembered. Oh. I have no regrets. Andreas, how did you find your way in here? And why are you in here in the first place? You scared Sister Denna half to death. No, I didn't. I was looking at the Abbey's admission records for clues about the Baron's death. There are books I wanted to see, and you never let me look at them. It's as simple as that. I think... A bit of honesty. I was looking at the Abbey's admissions records for clues about the Baron's death. What do the Abbey's records have to do with Baron Rothvogel's murder? I learned that the Baron hurt one of the sisters on his last visit to Kiersau. Oh, I see. Yes, Sister Matilda. What happened to her was evil. But if you were reading about Sister Matilda, you can't really believe she killed the Baron. Matilda killed Baron Rothvogel? No one's saying that. Shush, of course not. I sincerely doubt that it's possible. I can't rule anything out. Why not? Grief makes people do terrible things. You must admit she had good reason. I want to say no. But then again, do I want to say no because I genuinely believe she didn't do it? Or do I want to say no because if she did it, I'd support her? And the answer is the latter. If he raped her and she got justice by killing him. I think that is just personally. Personally, I think that is justice because he would never have seen a jail cell. I mean, it happened 3 years ago. He wasn't punished for 3 years and now he's back. What if he did it again? What if he did it again to someone else? This implies that we think she did it. You must admit she had good reason to kill him. Or maybe it's you must admit she had good reason to want him dead, but I think this is the most neutral, I think. I can't rule anything out. That is not your place to decide. It is the Archdeacon's. I have no desire to see Brother Piero lose his life either, but this is out of my hands. So, oh, yeah. Oh, God, so we are sending someone to die. Oh, God. Can we blame... No. Can we blame him instead? I wouldn't mind... Oh, Martin! We could blame Martin. He was seen running. If he'd nicked from him... If he'd stolen from the bank, I mean, we'd get rid of Martin, and Brigitte could go and live with her parents. And little baby Wolf wouldn't be so concerned about what a shite father he has. Why can't we blame Martin? I have no desire to see Brother Piero lose his life either, but this is out of my hands. This is not appropriate for us to discuss any further. You should speak to Sister Matilda or Mother Cecilia. I can't speak with you. It is not my story to tell, and in case you've forgotten, you shouldn't even be here. Please leave immediately. Of course, I'm sorry for the trouble. So we almost got caught banging a nun. We need to go. Of course, I'm sorry for the trouble. As you should be. Come, Sister Denna, we have work to do. I should find someone to eat with in a minute. In a minute. Oh my God. I can't believe we banged a nun. Okay. In the next episode, we can't top that. We can't top banging a nun like it's over. It's all downhill from here. In the next episode, again, more exploring for gossip, and we'll find someone to eat with. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.